I'm here with farmer Robbie from Somerset Heritage Produce. Robbie, you're an organic farmer.
That's right, an organic farmer.
Now, are you few and far between? Would you say there's a lot of organic farms in Australia?
There is a lot of organic farms in Australia, but it's about 1% organic or 1.2% organic to 99% conventional, so it's a lot less than mainstream farming.
Yeah, and what is like an organic farm? What makes it different from one of those mainstream farms?
An organic farm is really a farm that kind of grows food with more of a conscience, I guess you could say. So taking care into what they put in the soil. So primarily not using chemicals, not using pesticides, fungicides, herbicides is probably the big major difference. And then soil husbandry and farm husbandry, so growing the right plants at the right time of the year, using crop rotations to help keep the soil happy and keep a biodiverse sort of farm system happening.
How is that different from mainstream farming?
The major difference is mainstream farming, they use chemicals to battle with nature, and we use labour to battle with nature, so there's a big difference there.
The end product, so you've got an apple, organic apple, and there's a mainstream apple. In terms of those two apples, how are they different?
You eat an organic apple and it just tastes good, 98% of the time. When you eat a conventional apple, it's like sort of watery, cardboardy apple flavour. The other factor is, that apple has been grown with love and much more ethically. I think that the major thing that people don't know about with mainstream or conventional food is that it's often not grown very ethically in terms of how they look after the soil and the farm.
And really that soil is so important, isn't it? Because that's where all the nutrients is, that's where the plant is actually feeding from. So having an organic soil that's full of nutrients is going to affect the end product, isn't it?
All life comes from the soil. So if we don't look after the soil, we're eroding the life on Earth, basically. It sounds really dramatic, but it's a really...
Well, it is dramatic,
It is dramatic, yeah. It's a really simple thing, growing food, but it has a dramatic impact on our environment and our health. And that's a really big lesson that people have to pick up on straight away. The other big one with soil as well is that if you look after it, you can sink carbon into it. So we have a huge carbon sponge in the soil, and if we can look after it, that can take a lot of carbon out of the atmosphere. So it affects, personal health, but it also affects the climate we live in, which is obviously changing. And, so it has really large ramifications how we treat the earth.
What would you say to people that think organic food is too expensive and they can't afford it?
Change your lifestyle. People go out, they buy fancy things. We all want expensive cars, new things, phones. We're always consuming stuff, and we don't actually take the time to go, hey, food's important, let's spend some money on good food. An extra $30 a week to your food bill, it's not really that much when you actually benefit from it, and everybody does.
I think you're saving on your health bills because, I'm seeing a lot of people that haven't eaten organic food, they've eaten a lot of processed food, and they're getting those heart diseases, food-related disease. If they had eaten organic from the start, I think they would be saving a lot of money in terms of their health.
There's a great saying from one of my favourite authors, Michael Pollan, which is eat mostly plants, I'll get this right, mostly vegetables and, I can't remember.
No, it is eat food, mainly plants.
Mainly plants, yeah. Not too much.
Not too much.
Yeah. So I've got on my business card, eat plants, mainly vegetables, not too much. I've taken Michael Pollan, sorry.
I love that. And what are your tips for living a wholehearted life?
Be excited by food, get dirty with the earth. It's a really exciting, fulfilling, nurturing thing to do, eating good food, enjoying good food. For me, it's a great passion, and a lot of people that come to my farm, they really pick that up.
I want to come to your farm.
Okay.
Awesome. Thanks so much for your time.